Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back Framework Fortune community. I'm your host Ben and we've got a co-host H&H Trader. Hal, how's it going, buddy?
Going good, man. Today was a good day on HLBZ.
Yeah.
The spy gave us another laughable moment. It really laughed at the longs for a good bit. It faked them in, took a
Yeah.
hard dive, and came back off, and then another hard dive, and it just made its decision in aftermarket. So I kind of figured it was gonna be a weird one because of how that curl was on the spy overall, but now,
It's looking pretty bad.
yeah, it's looking like the nail is going into the coffin.
Yeah. And then the $1 trillion platinum coin will be the nail.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, we're definitely at least going into a consolidation phase that could lead to a bear market, or we're just going straight into a bear market. The 10-day is actually about to cross the 50-day, and the 10-day hasn't been below the 50-day since November last year.
I don't like it at all. I'm just gonna keep my hands out of it. I don't know what the VIX was looking like in response to this, but I do know the SPY is just not looking
Oh, the
appetizing.
VIXY, man, it ran it. Well, it had a run up the other day to 26, but today it didn't run up much, just holding around 24 now.
Probably just some sell off because of that big run up on the other day.
Yeah, that was a nice run there, like a $4 run. Some big money to make there. So we both traded the same thing today. And this is the only trade I took, and this was HLBZ. And I got in here on this second little dip, looking forward to break out of this little consolidation it was doing right when it was coming back up. If I spread this out a little bit more, we dropped below the VWAP, so I bought 10 shares there to hold on the VWAP and that 10-day kind of, because there's a lot of little congestion right here. All the indicators are kind of together, and it's a little volatile off the rip anyway. But then I got in on that one there with 3 more shares adding. So I had about, that was in 10 at 35.78, 3 at 34.36. And I had a quick little dip there. I was down a little bit. I was like, oh man, if this turns red on me, this might be a nasty loss. But then right about that time, it finally started moving and broke up. And I sold it all up there at the top of this candle, or close to the top of it.
So you had a similar trade entry to me, except I was waiting for the VWAP to hold up.
So you got
when it
right
pushed,
here?
no, I got in on that red.
Oh, right there on
Right
that confirmation that it hold
Yep.
up. Yeah.
And then pop goes the weasel. I got locked into that halt, and then sold at the top, and then I did another re-entry on that red candle you got your hand on right there.
Yeah, man, I was calling this one out in the live stream. That's why I had that line drawn. I was like, oh man, look at that break there on that. But it didn't go any further. It got right there, and then it just stopped the rest of the day and dumped.
Yeah, I didn't need it to go any further. I took that profit, and then I tried again for a third time on that other run up. That next green candle. Took a little profit on that one as well, and sold the top of that one.
Oh, nice little quick scalp in that candle.
Yep, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, right now you definitely.
It was like what, 40 cents on a bar?
Yeah, probably so. Let's see, what, 39.53 up to 40. It's almost $1.
Yeah.
Or is $1 actually?
Yeah.
It was a good scalper. It was a money maker today for that first bit of the market. Took a while for it to get going, but when it did, it was a quick pop.
Everybody was looking for confirmation. That's it.
It was pretty slow market today with the sell-offs. I think was top 10% gainer today. We got RWLK as one, and this one's slowly. This one I wasn't sure about because it was below that 200-day moving average this morning on the daily, and I didn't know if it was going to break that area. But yeah, this went on a nice run throughout the day. This one's now above all EMAs. This is one I'd probably keep on watch for a little bit.
Yeah, but it had no reason. Had no reason behind it today, so I'm not really sure if I'll keep an eye on it. It literally I mean, it was pretty much the cheapest mover today that was getting volume. That's
Yeah.
pretty much why I got that push.
I mean, this
Good.
is the candle yesterday, so I just stayed away from it.
You made a good decision.
We'll see if it pops on the scanner some more this week. I think we may see it a little bit more.
I mean, no catalyst. I mean, the only people that will be trading that is market bets or whatever they're called, um, Wall Street beats or whatever. Took a trade in aftermarket on
MRIN, oh yeah, while we were
MRIN.
before we started recording there, yeah.
Yeah, I took a quick little. I got out though. It just was not looking good. It got tight there, and I was like, okay, if this thing doesn't go up, I'm jumping out, and that's what I did. So I took I lost by like $1 on this one. It was nothing
Yeah,
on 20 shares.
I got 10 shares I'm holding here of this at 979 that I got in. I'm still holding it because they had really good news. So they announced a revenue share agreement with Google. Google's the biggest company in the world, and this is a $10 stock working with Google. Now this did have an explosion not too long ago, up to 27. So with this news coming out late in the market, it may drop some, but I think we're going to see it pop up again tomorrow at some point. Maybe not first thing in the morning, but maybe later in the day.
I mean, I'll be interested if it can get going, but I just don't like holding shelf registration stocks overnight, man.
Yeah, it does have a shelf registration. How I looked that up, it was a recent one. So that is something to be very aware of. They could drop it at any time. But that's why I only went 10 shares. I ain't going to go big on it. That's all the trades. You took a little quick one there. I didn't take anything else. My JCS swing is working out beautifully. Still climbing up there. That's looking pretty bullish to me. What do you think? Nice little U shape here. Up to that resistance.
So where's your trailing stop?
I ain't got no trailing stop in this. I'm in at 865, man. I'm alright. It's up to 932. It's still pushing up. These EMAs are starting to spread out too. You can see that 10 days starting to pull away from the 50 and the 200. So I think it's going to have another pop. I'm still holding it even for the. I'm going to try to hold it for the dividend. But if this thing goes real crazy, then I'm not going to hold it for the dividend if it's more profit to lock it out.
Yeah.
It's an interesting play. My GROY swing, this gold company swing, this got to shoot up to 560 today. My average is 514. I didn't lock any in yet, but closing very strong in after hours at 545. Finally starting to push up out of this consolidation. And then my uranium stocks held up. It had a push up today, but sold off the rest of the day, but closed right above that 10-day.
Are you expecting this? Where are you trying to get out at?
Probably at 560 again, or let it see if it tries to test 6.
No, I mean if it doesn't go in your direction, where would you be willing to dump it out?
This line right here, this 390.
Okay, that's all I want to know is make sure you have an exit plan.
It's a little bit low, but it did drop down. I mean, I already held it through this day down to that level.
Yeah.
So
what
basically,
I think it needs to hold up is that 10, that green line you got there.
Yeah, it needs to hold up the 10-day moving average. But the 50-day did just cross over the 200 now. So we're getting a nice spread up of the EMAs there. We'll see. I mean, it's uranium. So as long as uranium stays hot, I don't see why this won't keep running. It's just market is volatile right now. Gold and silver, everything. Cryptos, it's all volatile.
What did your other one do? BTCS.
BTCS is down to $7, but I got out of it. I didn't hold it down all the way to 7.
Got out, so glad you did. Praise God.
I'm still keeping it on watch though, even though I'm out of it. The problem is right now cryptos are dumping hard, so until they start recovering, BTCS is not going to recover. And then as far as the swing trade list, let's see what we got. We got SAC going sideways, making a little triangle there. So that may get a little pop up tomorrow.
You sold your debts, right?
Yeah, I sold it. Yes,
Yep.
yeah, I sold it. So, but it still looks good though.
AATC. Did it end up going down?
Yeah, I had that one dip yesterday, but rebounded today. So I guess they still keep that one on watch. And Sigma tried to rebound. This could be the start of a U shape back up. So I don't want to see tomorrow if this can get back above 10 maybe.
How much volume did it get today? 4 million? Got a little
No,
bit of
no,
volume.
it only got 200,000.
Oh, 200,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say if it could hold again tomorrow, might be a possible play there. And then ISIG pulling back today, but still holding that trend line at
Well,
788.
I saw ISIG jump up. It jumped up there and then it dove on the day. So, it put a bad taste in my mouth because I thought it was gonna get going. I didn't touch it. I just watching, and it jumped up today. That's why it has that long red on the daily chart.
So yeah, other than that, you said you did see a couple of names, recognizable names. Nero popping back up towards after hours.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in that one. That one just, I mean, it's had its time, but if it's not coming up on Catalyst, I really don't care about it.
And maybe a catalyst might be coming out. I'm gonna throw it up on the watch list just to see. It could have a catalyst tomorrow, because this was some random buying that just came in. So we'll
Yep.
see. But it is bullish. It is above all EMAs right now with that close. So I think it's one to keep keep an eye on. And you said there was something else that you saw. Oh, NNVC.
Yeah, it finally came. Man, that thing was halted half the day.
Oh, I didn't see any of this.
What? Oh, you don't look at low floats. That's why.
I
Okay.
look at low floats. This is
How?
11 million shares. This should have been on my scanners. Let me see.
It was halted for like half the day. It halted. Let me see. Where's the last bar? If you go to the time of the last bar in pre-market, then check the time of when it looks like it opened. See that time difference?
Oh yeah, yeah, I see right there. So yeah, it was halted from 8 in the morning to 11. That's why I stopped
Yeah.
trading at like 10,
Yep. Yep.
10:30. So yeah, I missed the all of that. Yeah, I had no idea. It's the first time I'm seeing it. Wow.
Yeah, I was gone by that time too. It just opened up too late, man. There was a T1 halt, news pending, and they got some kind of declaration of something, and it started moving. But I was already gone by then.
Yeah, but it is on an uptrend still, so that could be one to keep a little eye on tomorrow too. Market on close and balance 1.7 billion to the buy side. Maybe we might see a little rebound tomorrow.
I doubt it. It's like people are tired of getting bull trapped.
Maybe not, man. See, there's this whole Evergrande China thing going on. I don't know if you heard about that. People are saying that's the reason why the market's dropping. And I don't.
Evergrande China.
Yeah, let's see. Let me pull it up here. So yeah, you can see worst case scenario of impending China Evergrande Group default. We showed a way investors in the U.S. could protect themselves if the contagion spread here.
Okay.
Because they were the contagion. They're just talking about everybody freaking out in China. Because apparently this is a big company and they owe like a lot of debt. I think it was 300 billion in debt, and they're going to default on that debt. I mean, the feds have been pumping 150 billion into the market every month. So what's a company
So
that owes 300 billion going out of debt going to do to the stock market? Honestly,
so that company is a Chinese company.
yeah.
I mean, if it had, what does it produce? That would be the big question. Because if there's fear, it's got to be tied into something that we need. That's the only way that I can see it dropping the U.S. market. It's got to have some heavy hitters in there.
Tuesday after most Asian markets closed higher as Bellegarde Chinese Real Estate Group, Evergrande. It's closer to its scheduled debt payment deadline.
Real estate?
Yeah.
What kind of real estate they got? NFTs? What they got?
I don't know,
They
man.
just own islands.
I don't know. Like I said, if they default on this debt, sure, it might mess up some of the real estate that they own or what not. But somebody else is going to come in and buy it. You know, that's the thing. Like, if they go out of business, they go out of business. Businesses, the biggest ones, should go out of business if they're ran bad. That's the natural way of the free market. If
Yeah.
we
Was
are
that a OTC?
No, I don't actually know what the ticker symbol is. It may not even be a public
It looked
market.
like it said OTC. Let me see, Evergrande China or Chinese Evergrande. I don't know how to say it. Evergrande. Yeah, it's a real estate developer. The company is part of the Global 500, meaning that it's also one of the world's biggest businesses by revenue. Listed in Hong Kong and based in southern Chinese city of Shenzhen. It employs about 200,000 people. So that may be the reason how many people are employed there.
Yeah, but 200,000 out of China's population is minuscule. This sounds like a lot of money and a lot of stuff, assets, but those assets will just go up for sale. If they default on their debt, then every other investor will get to come in and buy that real estate for cheaper. So it's a buying opportunity for people who have the money to get in. But like what I mean, how is this affecting the whole entire U.S. stock market? Just one real estate company in China? I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
This seems like media propaganda to keep everybody's eye off of the birdie that Biden's trying to make a $1 trillion coin. I got news for you guys. The stock market was in trouble way before this company started having problems. And this might be this possibly I'll give you this. This could be the prick to the bubble. That could be what it could be. But this is not causing anything. The bubble's already there. This just could be the prick. We'll see. If this is the prick, so be it.
I think it may be just a kind of like a covering because investors have been panicking for the about the SPY for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean we've watched it every single since the pandemic crash, and we've seen every dip get bought up, every dip get bought up, but now that I believe that the tapering, well, like you said, the tapering that they were talking about that they were going to be doing has already occurred.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're seeing more natural looking charting here on the SPY, especially on the daily chart. It's more like you can see like the different, it's not so much angles, it's more like curves and seems like sentimental movement.
Yeah, instead of robotic, almost like every
Yeah.
timed perfectly every month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And this China thing, this Beauregard company or whatever, or Evergrande, it's just a cover, like you said, just to keep the heat off the Federal Reserve. Because it doesn't make sense to me why this would be that big a deal. If you guys know why this is such a big deal, leave it in the comments. Let us know. We'll discuss it more. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for some more live stream trading. Are you trading tomorrow with your internet issues you're still having to kind of?
Yeah, I'm pressing the buy button anyway, bro. No,
Are you streaming
I
or?
am trading, but I probably won't be able to do the morning chat that we usually do.
Yeah,
I just try to take as much pressure off that bandwidth as possible.
but you will be doing your live stream trading.
Yeah.
All right, so if you guys haven't yet, go check out H&H Trader's channel so you can see him live stream trade as well. And then, of course, I'll be on this channel. We're taking it nice and easy in this market, just getting the little profits where we can get them. And then if we catch something big, we'll catch something big. But when you're going fishing in rough waves like this, you got to make sure your boat stays up. Because if that boat flips, then you're not going to be able to fish. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.